Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. Right now I only got one rocket left, so I'm out hunting creepers. But today we're gonna have to do something I've been putting off for a while, which, you guessed it, it's a creeper farm. Last episode I had to take too many breaks to go hunt down creepers, so it's time for us to actually build a proper one. That should be enough rockets for now. Time for bed. So we're going to need a lot of cobblestone for this. We're gonna need like 28 stacks. We need to go gather a lot more stone. This isn't a cave, by the way. I just mined out this entire area. We're also going to need a ton of trapdoors. A wolf's got to eat. Now to find a place for the creeper farm. It's going to be pretty big and floating in the sky, and it's going to be pretty ugly, so we don't want it to be too close to our actual base. Okay, this should be a pretty good spot. Now we gotta go 128 blocks straight up in the air. And the reason for that is because 128 blocks is sort of the radius that enemy mobs can spawn in. So if we're 128 up in the air and there's no blocks that mobs can spawn on, then no mobs will spawn. We want there to be as few mobs as possible because there's a mob cap. So there can only be so many mobs at a time within 128 blocks of you. So the higher you get and the further away from other spawnable blocks, the more slots that are open for creepers to spawn, which is what we want because we gotta kill them for gunpowder. Ooh, man, look how high up we are. We're in the clouds. Now I need to build a little platform. Why are these always in the way? So this is where the creepers will actually get killed. So we have these buttons to activate the trapdoors, which puts you in a prone position, and then you can just swipe at their feet. And then the hopper will pick up the gunpowder and put it in the chest. So the creepers are going to fall down into this water flow, which will push them over to here, where they'll fall and be ready to get killed. Okay, now I need to go at least 24 blocks up from here, because mobs spawn in a 128 block radius, but they also can't spawn within 24 blocks of the player. So we need to build a spawning room that's far enough away that they'll actually be able to spawn while I'm standing here, waiting to kill them. I just realized I built it wrong. I need this little waterway to go down one more. That should do the trick. Oh, I didn't light up my actual platform down there. Get out here, spider. We're just gonna go sleep in this village tonight. Can I please find a house with an actual bed? Monster. Oh, zombies. No! Oh, I hit the villager by accident. I'm sorry. Sorry, brother. I was trying to get the zombie. You got caught in the crossfire. Oh, there's a zombie still up here. Come on. Now we gotta put down a ton of trapdoors. So basically we're making this room the exact size so only creepers can spawn. So right now it's 2 blocks tall, so creepers, skeletons, and zombies can spawn, but creepers are 1.8 blocks tall. So if we put a trapdoor on the roof, it lowers the height enough such that zombies and skeletons won't spawn, but creepers still will. And the other mob we need to prevent from spawning is spiders. So spiders are shorter than creepers, but they need a wider area. So if we put slabs in every few blocks, then there won't be a 3x3 area anywhere for a spider to actually spawn in. So we'll still only get creepers. The spawning platform's done, so now the final piece we need is the way to actually get the creepers to fall down into the water, because they're smart enough that they won't just, walk right in, but they're dumb enough that they'll think they can just walk right over an open trapdoor. Alright, as soon as I remove this last torch, it should start working. So we're gonna grab that and head down. Just do one last look over. Everything looks good. Alright. Now we just close this off. And the creeper farm's done. Look at all those little creeper feets. And we get a little XP too. We're going back to my old diamond mine in Nitwit Village. I think I remember finding Skulk down there, and my tools desperately need repair. And of course I have mending on my tools, so they get repaired by experience, and you get a lot of experience when you break Skulk. I think it was this tunnel. We are definitely going to need an XP farm at some point, though. Alright. Oh, I revealed diamonds over here and didn't even notice. I was too locked in on the Skulk. It's so satisfying to just clear an area out. And then you get XP too. Couldn't ask for more. Let's work a bit more on the base now. So I was thinking that a waterfall running down like right there would look really nice. Then I could have a river kind of flow around the farm and into the lake here. So let's mess around a bit with that and see if I can't come up with something decent. Mm-hmm. Still got a bit of a pond down here for the water to flow into. I think I'm finally starting to like how the waterfall's looking. So what I ended up having to do was change my shader setting because originally I thought the water looked too invisible, like you could see right through it. And I was switching between, my shader and not, and I realized that without a shader, the water's way more blue. And I like all my builds to match the vanilla aesthetic, and I felt like the water was a little too different as it was, so I changed my shader setting to make it a bit darker, a bit more blue. This is how it looked before. And yeah, I really thought it wasn't distinct enough. I tried putting some blackstone and like stained glass in to add color and depth, but from far away it looked okay, but up close you could just tell, and it didn't look good. I think now I'm going to make the area around the waterfall more mossy and rocky. I feel like the dirt doesn't fit too well. That side looks pretty good. I think the last thing we need are some vines. I think putting those along the rocks at the edge of the waterfall will add some nice detail. Plenty of vines out in the jungle. That looks really nice. Let's work on this pond at the bottom now. Look at that, a rainbow. Pond's just about done. Now I need to work on the river that's going to wind down over to the lake. Get out of here, zombie. What? Is there an Enderman in my house? Brother, what are you doing? I don't mind if you hang out, but it can't be right here. You get me? Brother, please. Alright, you know what? You can have the house tonight. I'm going to the fishing hut. Bro's still in my house. What do you think he's looking for in there? Looking for a snack, maybe. Looking for some chorus fruit. Do I even have any? Look, I can't have you free roaming around my base, but you can chill in a boat. How about that? He loves it. So I think the waterfall's pretty much done. I ended up adding a little bit of a platform in the middle that's meant to be sort of like a cliff rock sticking out, just because I thought that the water needed, it needed something to break it up, like it was too just straight blue. So I think this accomplishes that nicely. And I also built this little island for pretty much the same reason, to just break up the water a bit so it's not just one big flat texture. I do think I want to add a little bit more to the water surface here, because I do feel like there are kind of some spots that look boring. And you know what would actually be really good is, I called it junk last time, but lily pads. That would actually be great for decorating this little pond. But we got a problem we got to deal with first, and that's our new Enderman roommate. I stuck him in a boat so that he can't actually hurt me in any way, but I can't sleep in my bed because he's a monster and he's too close to it, because my bed's right above the floor here. So we gotta do something, and one of my copper golems decided to join him in the boat. What's the plan here? Let's grab some leads. Let me tie up my guys so they don't escape. Gotta tear apart my house just to get this guy out. Come on. Wait, this might be perfect. I was just talking about how I need something in my pond, and look at this. This is something that can go in the pond. Come on, guys. There we go. This is your home now. You'll be chilling on the pond, including you, little copper golem. You've been freed from your life of manual labor, and now you get to just chill and watch the waterfall. Here's that lily pad, about right there. Where can I go to collect more of these? Swamp, maybe? Nice to finally sleep in my own bed again. I guess we'll just fly around a bit, see if we can find some lily pads somewhere. Whoa. This is a cool ravine. Actually, maybe the jungle would have lily pads. I should head out there. I went the wrong way. I need to get some signage in my nether tunnels. Back in the jungle. Hello, brown sheep. Not so sure there's going to be any lily pads around here. Maybe in the mangrove forest? It's got to be in the mangrove forest, right? Because it's where frogs spawn, and frogs love lily pads. I'm not seeing any, though. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, wait, yes, some lily pads. Whoa, look at these fish. Maybe we grab some more vines while we're here as well. I ended up using them all on my waterfall. You know what? I'm just going to take a little bit of everything. Can I take this? Ooh, you can. Check it out. We found some frogs. They're just chilling. Back home we go. So maybe some lily pads like that. Here's a before and after of our waterfall. And wow, I'm so proud of how it came out. So I've added some vegetation and grass and stuff to the sides of the river, as well as planted a bit more wheat. So one reason I wanted to do the river, in addition to just looking nice, is I thought it would create a more realistic divide, like between my wheat field and everything else, because it looked kind of weird before, where the wheat field just kind of stopped for no discernible reason. But now that it goes all the way up to the river, it looks like, oh yeah, that's like a perfectly reasonable place for it to have stopped. So I think it just makes the wheat field look a lot better as well. But on this side, I was thinking I'd do like a big meadow of flowers. I think that'd look really nice. But we need a lot of flowers, so I think we're gonna go fly around a bit and see if we can find an actual meadow that we can steal from. Ooh, look at all these. Now the question is, can I find a meadow with a different type of flower? Oh, here we go, meadow of roses, or poppies, I should say. This mountain looks really cool. Look at these peaks, and this snowy basin inside, and a creepy cave. Get me out. Ooh, yes, a blue flower meadow. This is what I've been looking for. The only flowers we still don't have a lot of are oxeye daisies and sunflowers, which we haven't seen at all. I'm sure we'll find some eventually, though. Need more bees as well. I got a beehive at my base, but it's only got one bee in it, so I can't even breed them. Oh, that doesn't have any. Where was that bee? It was just hanging out. There you are. Where's he flying to? Oh, there's another one right there. Maybe this is both their nests? They're fighting for the flower? Looks like they're butting heads. This is my flower. Ah, they shared it. Now I can pick up the beehive. Silk touch, yep. Nice. 2 bees. Okay. Just looked it up. Apparently sunflowers grow in a biome called Sunflower Plains. And that's the only place you can find them. So you just gotta keep looking around until we find a plains full of sunflowers. Excuse me, villager. Can you direct me towards the nearest patch of sunflowers? Thanks anyways. Big plains biome here, but no sunflowers. Oh, my wings just broke. Wow, I didn't even think about it. I had the totem, so that wouldn't have killed me even if I was really high up, but I gotta be more careful about that. Guess I'll kill some mobs tonight. Try and get some XP for my elytra. We can't do much more exploring till our wings are repaired, so I'm just gonna get started on this meadow with what I got, see how it looks. Wow, we got a lot of flowers. I got bad news, guys. We lost our Enderman. There's literally no way for a mob to leave a boat on its own, so he must have died. And I know what it was from. It was from the rain. I forgot. The rain. Endermen are weak to water. So now our copper golem's all by himself. Something tells me he doesn't mind the peace and quiet. Enderman was making all sorts of little weird noises. Guys, I just recorded for like an hour and none of the audio from my mic was saved. My computer didn't detect my mic for some reason, so everything I said, you didn't hear, which is a shame. But I guess I can do a quick recap. So I logged in, I ran to the end to get ender pearls because those are just in general extremely helpful and could save my life someday. Then I came back and we started on the next project for my base, which is a cemetery. I talked a little bit about this path, so I made a path that goes up through the meadow and around the river, and I think it looks really nice. And then I got started on this next project. So I cleared a bit of land, I figured out the spacing for the headstones and got a little bit of a fence put down. And now I've started actually designing the headstones. I think I cooked with the headstone design because it's shaped just like a totem of undying, which I think is just fitting somehow. But for each headstone, I want to make the material out of something related to how I died. So in my very first hardcore world, which I started before I started my YouTube channel, so we don't have any footage from this death, I got killed by an Enderman in a blue nether forest. Earlier when I was in the end, I had a little room that I set up, like a roof that was 2 blocks tall, so the Enderman can't actually get in and hurt me, which basically means I can just kill him with 0 danger. So I tried to set that up in the nether on my first hardcore playthrough, and I messed it up. There was one block that was a little too low, and an Enderman was able to find that spot and hit me where I thought I was safe, and I died. So we have my death message here, slain by Enderman. I decided to set it up right here because it's a nice spot right by the meadow, but it's also the sunniest spot in the crater. Because in the morning, it's covered in shade, but as the sun rises, it kind of follows an arc across the sky like that, which means that it's in the sunlight basically from the second the sun crests above that ridge until it sets on the other one. So, first death, killed by Enderman. Second death, I don't know if I want to go in chronological order or in like world order because I died the first time. I set up a second world and started playing that a little bit. And I think after like one play session, I decided I wanted to start my YouTube channel. So we started a new world for that, which was my third. And I ended up revisiting my second one later because I idiotically said in one of my later worlds that it would be the last time I hit create new world. And after I died in that one, I was like, well, I still got this one that I made that I haven't actually played yet. But then I died in it anyways. And this is where we are now. So we'll do that death, which I believe, yeah, was killed by Enderman. Let me just log into it real quick and take a look. So we're going to second. Oh, my stuff is still there too. Yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, this one I died. I recorded my outro. I stopped recording. And then I accidentally looked. This is probably the very same Enderman that killed me. I accidentally looked in his eyes, and that was it. So another death where we're slain by Enderman. What should I do the headstone out of? That was one where I was chopping a lot of wood, so I think spruce wood would make sense. Slain by Enderman. That's 2 now. I think we had a successful first session in this world, or rather second session. The future is looking... Guys, you've actually got to be... I accidentally looked in the eyes of the Enderman that was standing there. Oh my god, I'm dead. Death number 3. I started a new world. We made it to the Nether. And then on my way out, I got killed by a blaze. I didn't realize just how much melee damage they actually do. And it caught me off guard and it killed me. I think nether brick would be good for this one. Slain by blaze. Back to the overworld. Oh my. Oh my. Holy. Oh, that was close. That was... No. No! Oh! So this death, I think I got killed by skeletons while I was trying to light up a cave. So that would have been 4th. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This house was not that good. I just built it because I felt like I needed to build something. Ah yes, the cave where I died. The skeletons are even still here. There's my death spot. I ran around this corner thinking, oh, there's only 2 skeletons. I can escape this way, only to get shot by the one waiting here. I think this one should just be made of stone, considering I died in a cave, and I was on a mountain, and my house was made of stone. Stone was a big theme in that one. Shot by skeleton. Run in, place him down, run out. Go. 1, 2, oh, it goes deeper. 3, this is actually really bad. Oh, I should not have done this. No, please. Oh. And then this one, I believe I was just killed by a baby zombie in a cave. I just reviewed the footage. The baby technically isn't the thing that killed me. It just distracted me, so I wasn't healing while I burned to death. This one was pretty deep down, so deep slate makes the most sense. I think this might be the longest death message I had. I might need the entire sign. Burned to a crisp while fight. Oh, I can't type. Fighting skeleton. Oh, baby zombie. No. Oh, not again. The baby zombie, no. Fuck. Let me see if I have any glow squid ink to make the text pop a bit more. I only got 2. I think if we go down to the mine shaft, though, we can find some more for sure. Not really seeing any glow squids. Look, an axolotl. Wait, we can take him home with us. Yes! Where are the glow squids? Oh, there's one. Oh, wow, there's a bunch of them right here. Nice. So now if we use this on the signs, it should make the text have like a white glowing outline, and that'll make it a lot easier to read. Enderman came to admire his handiwork. He's hanging out by those 2 graves that say slain by Enderman. Yeah. I put a couple blocks in front of each headstone, so it looks like this is where they're buried. Look, this Enderman's flipping out because of the rain. Now that we have the paths in, I'm thinking actually maybe I'll extend the wall out a bit. Then we can have sort of like an arch over the path here to help highlight the headstones. We're almost done. Just gotta put some lighting in. And there we have it. All lit up and full of flowers. I decided to use soul lanterns because I thought it'd make it a little more creepy since it's like a cemetery slash graveyard. So we got these blue lanterns instead of normal yellow orange ones. Here's what we've accomplished today on this side of the base. So we have this new meadow and a cemetery. And the river. And that's all we got time for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.